Stella is one of the most famous quotes in the American history of the arts. But did you know that it came from Tennessee Williams' play A Streetcar Named Desire? The 1947 play has been adapted from Broadway to books to movies. Tennessee Williams even won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama in 1948, which would later be joined by the likes of Death of a Salesman and The South Pacific. The play stars Stanley Kowalski, a hard working-class Polish construction worker from the French Quarter of New Orleans. The strong-built man who's old-fashioned and overpowers his wife all the time, but is still madly in love with her. Stella Kowalski, a lovely young girl from Mississippi, from a poor family who goes to New Orleans and ends up marrying Stanley. The other main character in this play is Blanche Dubois, the sister of Stella, the former school teacher who's had a few bumps in the road. She walked in on her husband and another man. She used to be a teacher and had an affair with a 17-year-old and was ended up fired. That is how she ends up living with Stanley and Stella. She tends to lie about many things. She claims she sold the family's house, Belrave, but in reality lost it and was evicted. Stanley was onto it and knows something's not right. Alcoholism is a big part in this play. Stanley is a hard drinker and is most of the time drunk. He drinks a lot with his friends at night and then later comes home and yells and hits Stella. Blanche is another drinker, but she does it to lose herself. She's so afraid of what everyone would think about her real self that she makes up a lot of fabrications, such as her old family house in Belrave. She hides herself in knockoff clothes to look nice. She's afraid that her good looks are starting to go downhill, and she believes that men she meets would only be interested in her if she makes her life more interesting. The play ends the way most tragic dramas end, and that is not very well for everyone. Stella is in labor alone at the hospital. Stanley is out getting drunk because he's happy. He then stumbles across Blanche and starts to yell and question her. This ends with Stanley raping her the night that on the night his wife is having the baby. This leads to Blanche losing it. Stella has no idea what happened and wonders why his sister is so strange now. Stanley keeps insisting they send her to a mental institution until Stella finally agrees. The Streetcar Named Desire was an actual streetcar named Desire, which was a line in the French Quarter of New Orleans. It would stop in Desire, which was a slum of New Orleans. The streetcar is Blanche's desire. The play starts out with her on it, and as we read on, we understand how damaged she gets. She's damaged by her husband, by her losing her job, and by losing her family house, Belrave. Her desire for a nice man to fall in love with helps her still go from day to day until the final end of the play when she is locked up.